Welcome to Let's Curate's Webcast. Our webcasts feature independent artisans from around the world and focus on all aspects of the creative process. Our wonderful guest today is Mariam from Armenia, who specializes in sculptural lighting creations and fashion accessories using wood and silk. We're very proud to have her be part of our network of artisans, and you will see a link to her products under our logo slide at the top of this webcast. Mariam, welcome. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hello, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very happy to be your guest tonight. And
Fantastic.
yeah.
Mariam, you have a I was reading up your bio, which was one of the reasons, when I saw your products, when I was trying to partner with interesting independent artisans, and I saw your products, which are fantastic. And then I was reading your bio, and it was so interesting because I read that you have a background that combines architecture with lighting as well as furniture design. Can you tell us how that has helped you in your journey?
Yeah, well, I would like to start from the very beginning. I want to say that I came from architects family, and my parents and my grandparents are architects. So from the very, very young age, I'm very much into this architecture. And if anybody would ask me, what you gonna become when you grow up, baby, I would definitely answer an architect. So finally, I graduated from the school where I had really, really nice time in my school, and I enjoy it. Because before that, uh, in my school, like high school, I never enjoyed it. So finally, I entered the university, and I got like finally started studying the things that I like to. And so at the same time, I was working in the offices, and it wasn't easy, by the way, because when you're starting the architecture, studying an architecture, you have to study mathematics, physics, psychology, history, painting, drawing, I don't know, projects, landscape, everything, but never lighting in my school, unfortunately. So the lighting was kind of a little bit mystic part, and I was trying to fill the gap by my own, and I started doing a lot of research. I was following a lot of lighting designers, trying to, to educate myself, doing self-education. And but I never got time to design it myself because the lessons and everything were so tight, so never had time. And one day, finally, after university, I quit my job in the office because I decided not to wake up anymore at 8 o'clock and work till 6 o'clock. And I decided, like, enough from me, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. And finally, I got my free time and I started designing lights just for myself, And I did a few designs. I made it with my hands, and I spread in social media. Now it's very easy, thanks to God for this good thing. And I got really nice feedbacks very quickly. Lots of bloggers start publicating magazines and stuff, and I thought to myself, well, looks like it works. And I decided to grow my collection, to make kind of a collection of lights, not just few lights for my joy. But at the same time, I never quit with the architecture design because I really love it, and I enjoy it. It was kind of parallel, going together. And then whenever I was having any interior design, of course, I used to do, I not used to do it. At the moment, I'm also doing the furniture design. And then I say, like, to my clients, do you mind if I do the lighting design as well? And yeah, why not? And that's how it started. And I kind of included this furniture lighting into my interior design. And yeah, this is how actually it started. And I'm so happy that one day I quitted this job in the office So yeah, this is kind of the base is my university, and the base is very important, I guess. Like it's not just came from the blue, you know. It's I had the passion, and yeah, and I love to do what I want to do, and when you do something with love and it is made in love,
Yes,
so it's happening. It's becoming true.
that
Your
is
dreams.
fantastic. That is, and it's so
Yeah.
true what you just said. When you're doing something that you're trained for, but you don't really feel happy, when you're doing something that just makes you feel happy, there's so much more beauty in the creations that you make when there's happiness involved and you actually feel the passion for that. So I know so many of our artisans within our network who started with a regular job and it was just not for them, and they just
Yeah.
woke up one day and they said this is not, and it's kind of similar. That's how I started Let's Curate, because I had, I'm trained, I have an MBA, I have a business degree, and I did all the usual things. I worked for a venture capitalist firm, I went, I worked for a bank, I did all of those things, and then it just wasn't a great fit. And I woke up and I said, you know what? My passion is actually empowering artisans, because there are so many people making such beautiful things, and it's important to promote them and to let others know that the small artisan is the one that creates so much beauty. And I just wanted to create a center, a resource for people to come together and just collaborate and just make things in love,
Yeah.
like exactly like what your design, like your studio is named after. So one and other interesting thing which I forgot to mention, maybe in my bio, is that you hail from Armenia, and it's one of the countries on my wish list. I'm so excited to hopefully visit it sometime soon. Do you think, um, being born and brought up in a particular place, how has that influenced your creation?
It's a very interesting question, by the way, and it's a bit difficult to answer because I think when the artist is honest, first of all with his himself, and second of all to the surrounding people, of course, it's even if the artist will try its best to avoid it, but
Mm-hmm.
but the culture, uh, the culture he grow in will be always reflected in the work,
Right.
in the creation. Like for example, Armenia has really old culture, and here you see Armenian culture in every step, in everything.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I could take for example, the pattern on Armenian pattern from the carpet and
Mm-hmm.
copy it on my clutch bag, from, for example, but I didn't because I think it's too primitive and too simple, you know. But um, but the base of the creative of the bags, of the lights, of all the items are Armenian culture. You know what I mean? It's a bit difficult to explain because it's not very
Right.
obvious. You
Right.
can't really see it, but it's there, be
Mhm.
sure. Even though I'm traveling a lot, except these few months, and I'm getting inspired a lot from different things in the world, because like lots of things can inspire you, but still you're getting inspired from something, like for example Japanese scenery,
Mhm.
or something Philippines, I don't know, tree,
Mhm.
something like this. But and you're getting inspired from it, you're creating something with this inspiration, but your base is Armenian. My base is Armenian, and I'm not neglecting it, I'm not rejecting it, I'm not going to hide it. And no, it's even helping me, and it's very important for the artist to stay honest.
Right. I completely understand that. I was born and brought up in India, and I feel like it's a part of you. It's it's not something. where like you're saying, there are things in even in modern art that might remind me something of maybe something that I grew up with, which it may be modern art in like a modern art museum, but there's some part of it which may take me back to my home. And then, that's why maybe I'm
Yeah,
drawn to it. So I understand what you mean. It's in your blood. It's, you can't, and like
yeah,
you're
you
saying, you
can.
can't reject it, but you don't, it's not an obvious interpretation, but it's kind of, it's within
DNA.
when you're, I guess it's a subconscious thing. Um,
Yeah.
I also wanted to tell our listeners that not only do you create these amazing sculptural lighting, pendants, you also have a beautiful collection of, again, a very architectural fashion accessory line, mainly clutch purses. And what I found most interesting was that you kind of use a mix of wood and silk.
Mhm.
Any reason why you chose to focus? And I think it's a phenomenal combination. I'd actually not thought of that before. But
Mm,
it's so unique, and it looks so beautiful. But I wanted to know why you kind of chose those two materials to work with.
mm, thank you. Yes, I try. I always like the contrast. The contrast most of the time is looks very interesting,
Hmm.
and the minus and the plus are always coming together. So it's a contrast. The wood is a man, let's
Hmm.
say, a male, and the silk is very tender, is very a bit shiny
Hmm.
and glossy, which is more feminine. So when you put them together, it brings you contrast and like unexpected contrast,
Right.
like most of the people would not expect to have the wood, which is strong, which is, and the silk, which is so feminine.
Hmm.
When you're bringing them together, you're getting this unexpected contrast, which I think looks not bad, looks good, and
It does. It's very unique.
quite
So
unique.
yes, indeed. So do you always approach a new collection by, are you attracted to the idea of always merging contrast when you're creating something, or is it just that for that particular collection you saw the wood, you saw the silk, and you said, okay, this is going to be interesting?
I think, yes, this is
Is that
how I work usually.
wonderful? I cannot wait to see what you come up with next. But from all the things that you've made so far, do you have a favorite piece? And can you tell us a little bit about why you love that particular creation so much?
Yes, I love my last collection of lights. I made it a few months ago. Um, I think I love them all. They're like a sunrise,
Oh, how
and
beautiful.
I don't know if you have seen them. Actually, they're very new,
Right.
and they're not. They're quite different from the ones I have
Okay.
in my previous collection. They're more minimalistic,
I
but
see.
at the same time, they're not just minimalistic. They are very eye-catching. Like when
Mhm.
if it's hang or put, you can hang it on the floor. You can hang it on the wall. You can put it on the floor,
Oh,
or just hang it from the ceiling.
I,
But when it's in the interior, it's very, very eye-catching. Like you can
okay.
just enter and pass by, especially when it's
Wow.
turned on. I'm really in love. Even, but in the photos, I tried my best to have the good. To bring the same feeling,
Mhm.
same picture what I see in reality, but wasn't really possible because still it's just photography. But yeah, this is my last collection of the slides, which I really like, especially the white colors.
Okay.
um, yes, so yeah, these are very different from the rest of my lights, with the style, with the shapes, with the technology I'm using now with this. Yeah, they are different.
Wow. I cannot wait to showcase that on my platform, to take a look and showcase that. Thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much, Mariam. As I mentioned earlier, you can find the link to Mariam's exquisite products on the slide here. Plus, we'll also add the information on our YouTube channel so that you can take a look and support an independent artisan, from she's making it out of love. And like she says, she's truly made in love. Her studio is made in love. So thank you so much. We will be posting this webcast on our YouTube channel and social media channels very soon. So stay tuned. And for more updates, follow us on Instagram at let's_curate. Mariam, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so honored, and I hope to have you back very, very soon.
Thank you too. Was very happy to meet you.